Welcome to Beyond the Velvet Rope, where ambition meets access. I'm your host, Neal Oates Jr., best-selling author, keynote speaker, and executive business growth coach. If you're a service-based entrepreneur, executive, or minority business owner who's ready to attract affluent clients, elevate your positioning, and turn your authority into affluence, you're in the right place. Each episode, we break down how affluent people think, decide, and buy. And we give you the strategies, stories, and systems that move you from general admission to VIP in your market. For links to my book, my website, and other resources mentioned in this episode, be sure to check the show notes. Now, let's step beyond the velvet rope. Most people are taught to work hard, stay busy, and climb whatever ladder is in front of them. But affluence, the kind of influence, autonomy, and wealth that gives you choices, doesn't come from activity. It comes from ownership. It comes from entrepreneurship. You can be exceptional at what you do. You can be talented. You can be great on paper and still never reach your highest level if you don't own anything. Wealth isn't created through motion. Wealth is created through models. Wealth is created through leverage. Wealth is created through ownership. This is why entrepreneurship is one of the 7 principles of the affluent Negroes, because true affluence is not possible if your income is tied to your effort alone. If you want to elevate your lifestyle, elevate your legacy, elevate your impact, you must elevate the way money flows to you. Let's talk about how. There are 2 economies. The first is the income economy. You work, you earn. You don't work, nothing happens. The second is the wealth economy. Your ideas, systems, and assets work for you. Your time is no longer the driver. Your expertise is no longer the ceiling. Your presence is no longer required for production. Entrepreneurship is the bridge between these 2 economies. Wealth requires ownership, not participation. Wealth requires models, not moments. Wealth requires systems, not stress. Anyone can be productive, but only entrepreneurs create something that lives beyond their productivity. Entrepreneurship is not just about having a business. It's about building the capacity to create, innovate, monetize, solve problems, scale solutions, build systems, and develop assets. Affluent individuals think like owners, even before they own anything. They ask different questions, like, how can this grow without me? What assets can I create? What skill can I package? What value can I scale? How do I multiply what I know? This mindset is the foundation of affluence, because affluence isn't about working harder. Affluence is about working on the right things. Most people don't realize there are 3 types of entrepreneurs, and which type you are determines your ceiling. Type 1, the hustle entrepreneur. Everything depends on you. You are the system. You are the energy. You are the brand. This creates income, but it also creates exhaustion. Type number 2, the structural entrepreneur. You build processes, routines, frameworks, and predictable pathways for results. People like you for what you produce, but more importantly, they trust your system. This creates stability. And then type number 3, the affluent entrepreneur. You evolve from structure to scalability. You build assets that grow in value. Your business has multiple flows. Your expertise becomes productized. Your relationships create leverage, and your leadership attracts opportunities. This creates wealth. The goal is not just to do the work. The goal is to build something that works. There are 5 distinctions that separate the affluent entrepreneur from the average one. Number 1, they stop trading time for money. They understand time is their most valuable currency. If they're still exchanging hours for income, they're capped. Number 2, they turn their expertise into assets. Coaching, courses, community, intellectual property, systems. Affluent entrepreneurs turn knowledge into value that can be sold repeatedly. Number 3, They build teams, not tasks. They don't try to do everything themselves. They invest in people who multiply their reach, not just maintain their workload. Number 4, they prioritize leverage over labor. Technology, automation, delegation, partnerships, licensing, visibility, authority. They look for what can be scaled without increasing personal effort. And number 5, they build with legacy in mind. An affluent entrepreneur asks, how would this continue without me? How does this create generational impact? How do I build something that outlives my presence? This vision informs every decision. Let's look at some barriers that keep people from becoming wealthy entrepreneurs. There are several reasons talented people stay stuck at the working level and never make the shift to ownership. They hold on to control because they don't trust others. They confuse being busy with being effective. They're addicted to immediate results instead of long-term wealth. They fear the risk associated with entrepreneurship. They never develop the discipline to build structure. They don't invest in the knowledge required to scale. And perhaps the biggest one, they underestimate their own value. They don't see that what they know, what they lived, what they've learned, and what they've mastered can be turned into a business model. Entrepreneurship, especially at the affluent level, begins with permission. The permission you give yourself to think bigger. Every affluent entrepreneur eventually learns these 3 truths. Number 1, you must own something. A business, a brand, a system, an idea, intellectual property, real estate, assets that work even when you don't. Ownership is the true seed of wealth. Number 2, your expertise must become a model. If you want to build affluence, you cannot be the only person who can do what you do. You need a process that others can follow, clients, teams, or systems. And number 3, you must think beyond today. Short-term thinking creates short-term money. Long-term thinking creates long-term wealth. The affluent entrepreneur sacrifices convenience for construction. They build something they can pass down instead of something that wears them down. Entrepreneurship is not just a business principle, it's a life principle. It teaches you how to take control of your future, your finances, and your freedom. When you think like an entrepreneur, you stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for opportunities. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You become the creator. You become the source. You become the architect of your affluence. This is why wealth follows entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs create value the world cannot ignore. If you want to live an affluent life, you must make the shift from effort-driven income to ownership-driven wealth. You must recognize that the fastest way to elevate your income and expand your impact is to build something that reflects your expertise and accelerate your influence. Start with the exercises and frameworks inside the Affluent Negroes. You will identify what you can own, what you can build, and what you can create. And when you're ready to accelerate that journey, to build a scalable model, shift your identity, and establish true affluence, schedule a strategy discovery session. That conversation may be the beginning of the business model, the system, or the asset that transforms your next decade. Entrepreneur is not a path for everyone, but it is the path for anyone who wants affluence. And you're here because you're ready. I'll see you in the next video. But remember, I love you. God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you, or you see me, don't be average, be world-renowned. Peace. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Velvet Rope. I appreciate you investing your time, your attention, and your energy into leveling up your life and business. If today's episode helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure you follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. For more tools on how to help you attract elite clients and build a business that belongs on the other side of the velvet rope, check out the show notes. You'll find my book, my website, and additional resources to go even deeper on this journey. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you, or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace.